You're right.
I thought after that second half, maybe not.
Coach, you want to start with some general comments?
Great win for us. I mean, we're really, really excited and happy with this win. I think I tell the guys, when you get to this time of the year and it's kind of the stretch run, it's the last week of the regular season. We're still playing for a lot. We're trying to get a home court seed in the first round of the America East tournament, and I didn't want to put this pressure on the guys, but they know the score. I mean, we had to win. We got off to a great start, obviously, offensively. It might have been the best offensive spurt, like the first maybe 10, 12 minutes of the game we've had in a long time. But sometimes, like when you're making threes, it can become fool's gold a little bit. I know we started the game, he banked the three.
I called it.
Yeah. I was going to pull him if it didn't go in, so he doesn't know that. I was going to sub him like 18 seconds into the game. And then Jordan Reed banked a three at the shot clock, I think, in the second half, when it was tied, I think, to put us up three. Right. But Pat's done a great job with this team. I mean, they're so good offensively. They spread you out. They can really score. They're very, very difficult to guard. They've had a lot of games this year where they've had deficits, like large, and have come back. So we knew they weren't going away. Told the guys that at halftime, and then they made a run on us in the second half. I think they tied it, and then we had no answers for a little while. I asked the guys in the huddle, I said, "How do you want to guard them?" We're a man-to-man basketball team, and we pride ourselves on our defense. We started switching a little bit in the second half. That didn't work. And then we just had to go back and start hedging the ball screens again. And then we got a few stops and got some separation and made some plays. So it was a good win for us.
Bill, you've seen, so many times earlier in the season, you had the loss at Baltimore, the close loss to Stony Brook. You get these, you lead early, they come down late, and then something happens at the end. Lowell comes back, ties it twice, then you finish that game on a 15-4 run. I mean, at this point in the season, what is that saying about this team? What are you liking about how they're
No, I think it says an awful lot about this team, about their character, about their toughness, about their fight. I mean, these guys know. I mean, I'm relentless on them on the defensive end of the floor. We're relentless. That's what we build this program on. That's what we pride ourselves in. And, I think the last maybe 7, 8, 9 minutes we had to make a decision. We were going to win the game on the defensive end of the floor. I wasn't concerned about offense. We just weren't stopping them for a stretch in the second half. I mean, what did they shoot in the second half?
50.
50, probably higher.
47.
Oh, is that all? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. But I like our toughness. We've been a tough basketball team all year. We really have.
The transition's over for UMass Lowell. Next year they play for keeps. Have they earned, do you think, the respect of the rest of the league at this point?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I said to Pat, I was talking to him before the game when the guys were out shooting around. I said, a lot of times I think when these teams make the jump from Division II to Division I, it takes them 4 years probably to even just get somewhat competitive. Right. They've won games. Like I know.
Struggled, I think, in the beginning.
Exactly. I thought I read in their notes if they had won this game, I would have given them 12 wins, the most in Division I, right? Since so he's doing a great job. I mean, they're going to be a handful. I mean, if you look at them the last couple of years, I mean, they would have been a 5, 6 seed if they were in the tournament the last. So yeah, they've gone above and beyond, proving that they can play in this league and compete.
And they've done it with kids like Livingston, who is from New Hampshire, didn't get any D1 offers coming out of high school. I think he's shocked even himself at the career he penned. What does that say about him and just how the program has been built?
Well, these guys will tell you, we put an awful lot into our scouting and our game preparation. And what have I told you about Livingston? Might be the most improved player that I've seen. Right. I've been in this league for years. Right. It's my second go around in this league. Okay. But from freshman to senior year, how far this kid has come. And I told him in the handshake line, I said to my assistants first, I said, I never heard of this kid. Like, whoa.
You get always get some Texas, you don't know the
I know. But I said to him in layup, I said, listen, in the handshake line after that, I said, listen, you had a great career. You've maxed your ability, your potential. I said, you know what? In retrospect, we should have recruited you.
That,
yes. Out of respect.
Right.
He's had a great career. He definitely could have played for us at UNH.
Right.
Tanner, this game's tied at 63 with about 7 minutes left. You kind of just said, just give me the ball. You had 8 points down the stretch. What worked for you, and you kind of like, what was that killer instinct that you had? Because as I said to Bill, some games like this earlier, someone was missing on the floor, and you guys had that tonight.
Yeah, this is just a big game for us. We're coming off of that horrendous 4-game losing streak, and now it's just really tough. And we're just I'm panning down to, I know Jalen's, his career's almost over, and so is mine. I only have 1 more year left, and we're just trying to win every game we can. And I know everybody on the team will do anything they can to help us win. And it was just the ball started coming my way, and it was falling.
Jalen, so what do you think about Jordan's growth these last couple of weeks? As I said to Coach Duquette, I said, you two, Daniel, you game plan for that, and then suddenly Jordan has 15. What does, as the point guard, what does that add in the backcourt? What added dimensions does that give you guys out there?
It adds like another shooter for me and Tanner just to have open space on the floor. And Jordan, the last couple of games, he's been more aggressive, and we're liking it the way he's being aggressive, and that just helped our offense just more.
I've said this, with Jordan Reed, as a transfer, he sat out last year. He went to Rice his freshman year. And I've told our media people all year, he has not had a good year shooting the 3. I know you're going to look and go, okay, this guy goes 5 for 7. He's shooting like 29, 30% from the 3. He is a way better shooter than his numbers. He's had a bad year shooting the 3. He's going to make close to 43s. He's a much better shooter. I think we all know that than his numbers this year.
You see it in practice every day. I mean,
and I will say this, like with our team, this is my 26th year as a Division I head coach. I have never had a team with as many gym rats and guys that are just in the gym all the time than this team this year. These guys put enormous work into their games.
You talk to other coaches around the league, and everyone talks up Vermont, and their resume speaks for itself, obviously. But do you feel like, I think in the 4 years, this is maybe the deepest leagues, man. You might have 3 20-win teams in the league. Do you feel like come tourney time, this thing could go a bunch of different ways? Or do you think it's Vermont's to lose? How do you view it?
Well, I think when you get to the tournament, all you want, because now it's one and done.
Right.
So all you got to do is win the first game, and then if you're lucky to do that, then you got to try to win the next one, and then if you get to the next one in the chance, then okay, great.
Right.
I'll be honest. We've got to prove to ourselves that we can go beat teams above us, though, in this league.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I think, a goal of ours, and I think that's what we want to try to prove. I think as a basketball team, we've done a good job, I think, of beating people that, maybe, we can beat. We've struggled a little bit against the upper half of the league, though, this year.
Right.
So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We got a big one Saturday against UMBC, and we know the deal. We win, we host a first-round tournament game. We lose, and so either they're coming back to us or we're going there. Yeah.
Jalen, this being your last go around here in the conference tournament, basically got a qualifier coming up on Saturday for some added fun. I know it's been one game at a time now. The model's been one game at a time, and now everything is just that one game at a time. Does your mindset change now that the stakes are higher, or is it the last time you played them? You could have closed it out a couple times and went to the double OT. What's the mindset going into Saturday?
we know we could beat these guys. We just didn't finish it in regulation or the first overtime. But our mindset with them is just never going to change. We just, like you said, we're just taking it one game at a time.
Questions?
These guys are like they play for the Patriots, right? I like their answers. This is good. This is good.
You guys, they say a hell of a lot